So maybe for the audience, you've talked about micro stories. You've sort of like reviewed these 30 pitch decks in the last 30 days. So one, what are some of the things that you've seen? And what's the anatomy of a great slide deck? Maybe, okay, they should have this, and maybe you can just care to elaborate.
Yeah, so that's kind of a big question, but I guess I could say some of the things that I see that founders do, some of the big items that I think they do that they get incorrect is number one, way too much text. Chop down, most of you can chop down 90% of your text. That's how much text you shouldn't put in there. The second thing is the design. Sometimes it's way over designed. So it's either way over designed or there's big, bold fonts everywhere and your eye doesn't know where to go. So from a design standpoint, I like to tell people if you're just starting out, you can have a simple white background, pick a nice font, and create a font hierarchy. So the font hierarchy is your most important information is the biggest, secondary smallest, and third is the smallest of all the fonts, right? So give me a place to look. Don't put lots of charts and graphs that are complicated in your deck. I know everybody wants to create their tech stack and show me where everything points to and how your AWS servers are doing whatever. Nobody cares. That's just the reality. Nobody cares to dissect your entire tech stack in a diagram. It's just not what they're going to do. They're not going to spend the time to do that. Another thing that I'm seeing a lot of are people are putting videos in their pitch deck or links to videos. You have a minute. If your video is more than 10 seconds, it's really not going to do it. If you want to put that at the end of your deck or as a supplementary item, I think that that's okay. But otherwise, save it for the conversation. So I think that those are some of the biggest things that I'm seeing that people are doing is that they're overpopulating it with content. Their design is either extremely congested or their font hierarchy doesn't help them. And then in addition to that, they're adding things like graphs and charts that are hard to dissect or things like videos that are just not going to be watched in this first round.